Hello everyone! Greetings from very cold but very beautiful Munich, Germany. My name is Svetlana Mucha and I'm the leading matchmaker and dating coach at Diolli.com. And today it is 7 I think degrees below zero, so it's freezing to prove my words. But I am a stubborn creature and it took me almost 6 hours to get here by 2 trains to film a video with Sasha. So even cold won't prevent us from filming videos for our blog. Yesterday was our first filming day and Sasha was asking me like how we will be filming the videos. It's so cold, like that's extreme and it's cold and we are filming outdoors. Well, sometimes it's a good idea to be stubborn. Sometimes it's a good idea to actually do what has to be done. Despite all the situations, all the craziness, everything that tries to prevent you from achieving your goals. But we won't talk about weather any longer, we will talk about dating. And in this video I want to talk to you about things that you should compromise and be flexible about if we are talking about smart dating, and things that you should never compromise when it comes to dating. I will start with a story. Actually, I will paint you a picture. So let's assume we have a gentleman. We will call him Andrew. And our Andrew is 32 years old. He is from United States. His grandparents have relocated from Eastern Europe to the US in the early 20th century. And his parents already, they didn't speak any Polish or any Ukrainian or any Russian. So our Andrew, he comes from a big family, he has many siblings, but he feels like lots of interest and he feels very passionate to learn more about his Eastern European roots, and this is he came up with this idea to date someone from Eastern Europe. And our Andrew, our 32 years old Andrew, claims that he would like to date a lady who is blonde, has blue eyes, because our Andrew, he has dark hair and dark eyes, and in his opinion opposites really attract, and he believes that's his type. He would like her to be well educated, never married, of course a girl who doesn't have kids but wants to have kids, because our Andrew, he has never been married and he doesn't have children of his own. And the age group should be below 27, because he's 32 and he believes that like 5 years of an age gap, it's a minimum. So 5 to 10 years, it would be just perfect. And these are so-called hard criteria that Andrew doesn't feel like compromising on. So the age, the hair color, of course she has to speak English, because our Andrew speaks only English. And as a professional matchmaker, I would like to look logically at his strategy and to actually discuss what he should compromise on and which qualities he should be flexible. I would start with talking more about Andrew, because like my favorite author, one of my favorite authors, Ayn Rand, has written, before one learns how to say I love you, one should learn how to say the I. So let's discuss who is our Andrew. So our Andrew resembles many people we have already worked with. He's 32, he works for an IT company, he has studied computer engineering in college because that was a promising profession, and he likes what he's doing. He has changed a few companies and now he works for a new company. And he actually dreams to buy a house. Now he's renting an apartment, but he hopes that once he meets the right lady, they will take a loan and they will buy a pretty house somewhere in the suburbs, because like he's 32 and he hopes that he will meet the right girl. Next 2-3 years top, they will date, get married, and then they will start having babies, because he wants to have children till he is 40 and he is 32, so 8 years to have at least 2 babies. That's his plan. He doesn't want to be one of those guys who has his first kid in middle 40s or late 40s. So he wants to have the strength, he wants to have the energy to actually enjoy the kids. Our Andrew, he works from home, like many people who work in IT, and not only in IT, they work from home now. So usually he works long hours, and in the evening, after like spending the whole day in front of the computer screen, sometimes he actually does take a walk, but usually he just watches a movie, or maybe surfs through internet, watches some YouTube videos like our channel. Once per month he goes out with his friends, male friends. Usually they play pool, maybe have a beer. And our Andrew, he's not much into parties, so once per month it's already a lot for him. He has great relationship with his family, and also once per 2 months, 3 months he tries to visit his parents or one of his sisters. So you could tell that he is a nice guy. His last relationship, serious relationship, was in college, and after that pretty much these were just short-term acquaintances that led to nothing. So that's the lifestyle and the dreams of our Andrew. Beautiful wife, nice house in the suburbs, small garden, or maybe a bigger garden if they are lucky to find a nice house with a garden big enough, barbecue, like inviting over family and friends. Actually, he has a pretty good salary, and he hopes that with more experience his career will only grow and he will earn more. So he is not interested in dating someone who is super career-oriented because, well, he earns enough to take care of the family, of course, like no luxurious vacation or shopping at Prada, but he earns enough to support a family and to have 2 cars, nice house, to send kids to football and to, for example, cheerleading. But he would like her to be intelligent, to have a university degree, because she will be the mother of his future kids. So first of all, the first thing that Andrew should be thinking about, and you guys should be thinking about, is that you should actually look for a lady who will find you attractive the way you are. Your looks, all your dreams, your lifestyle. She has to find this attractive. If you're describing your goals or your dreams to a girl and she is not excited about it, she is not telling you that, hey, I'm looking for very similar things, I also want to get married within the next 1 to 3 years, I want to have kids, I want to have a house, I want to live in suburbs. If she's not excited about all these dreams that you have shared with her, then she is not the right girl for you. Also, Andrew has described that he is not interested in someone career-oriented because, in his opinion, like a man, he should be a breadwinner in the family. A lady, yes, she can have a job, but once they have kids, her job, it shouldn't interfere with the family, with a family vacation, with his working schedule. So he would prefer it that she would be a stay-at-home mom once they have children, because that's the model of the family that he saw in his family, his parents, his grandparents, his sisters. This is what he finds normal, this is what he wants to have. So his good match, quality match, would be a lady who also wants to settle down within the next 1 to 3 years, to have kids, who is not super career driven, and who can appreciate the fact that Andrew wants to be a breadwinner, that he has traditional family values, and also a girl who will find his looks attractive, because our Andrew, he is, let's say, 1.78 meters tall, so he's not too tall, not too short, and he's of average build. He's not super athletic. Well, he works sitting in front of the computer, so he doesn't have a six-pack or prominent muscles as some guys from gym. So he's a nice guy. He's not overweight, so I would say like good average looks. And of course, this woman, the one that Andrew will choose to court, she should be on the same page with him about money, what is worth investing money in, what is not worth it. For him, for Andrew, a priority is to get a house and to build a family life. So a girl who wants to travel for the next few years, to live in Thailand, to live in Amsterdam, to go to Dubai, she won't be a good match. A girl who believes that it is important to explore the world before settling down, not the best match. A girl who loves attending all new restaurants, bars, and has a special calendar app on her phone in order not to miss any new exciting events in the city. So she also won't be a good match. A girl who loves fancy clothes, who loves shopping at expensive boutiques, and who expects to continue this lifestyle, she also won't be a good match. So instead of concentrating on her exact height, hair color, eye color, exact age, Andrew should actually pay attention on all the qualities he shouldn't be compromising on. Because many guys think that, oh, she will change her mind. I find her looks perfect, she is of perfect age, she is blonde, she has blue eyes, she is 1 meter and 70 centimeters tall, so not too short, not too tall, so like perfection. And they assume that just because all these parameters match with what they have created in their head, this static perfect picture, well, it will mean that all other goals and wishes and priorities will magically match, or if they are not matching, that they will compromise. Okay, she wants to live at Thailand, maybe we will go for a weekend to Niagara Falls, and she will be content with that, and then she will change her mind, and then she will decide to have kids because I want them, and all women want to have kids like straight away, don't they? And I want to elaborate more on the age group. So he's 32, he wants to date someone who is younger than 27. Why 27? Why not, for example, 28 or 31? A girl who is 31 can have really very similar long-term goals, and actually the time frames that she has set for herself can be very similar to his, like to date for 1 or 2 years, to get married, then to have their first kid, second kid, because she wants to do it within the next 8 years, because she doesn't want to be that mother who is 52 and who is taking her first kid to the first grade. So a girl who is, for example, 25, she can have different priorities, like to travel the world, to try to build a career, and to have a first child like in 5 or 6 years, which doesn't match with what Andrew wants. I can understand his desire to date someone with a college education, because he has a college education, and maybe in his family it is a priority to get an education. So it makes sense that he wants to date someone who is also well educated, and he hopes that she will set an example for their future kids. So I understand it, and the trick will be to find someone who has finished college but is not obsessed to work long hours to climb that career ladder or to build the business. So someone who is not super business minded or not business minded at all, and someone who would rather have a job that she really likes than a career that you have to invest long hours into, because she will need this time for the family. Usually, at what age do people finish colleges and universities? 21, 22, 23, so that's the age. And after that, people need some time, to try to implement that knowledge and to actually use the diploma. Of course, sometimes, it's life, we get disappointed because when you were 17, you thought that was a great idea to study ancient history, and now by 22, you don't know what to do with it. And some people choose to go back to school, others switch professions or learn to do a job. So you need that experience. And a girl who is 22 or 23, by her level of maturity, she will be very different from a guy who is 32. If we are talking about the situation when she is, for example, 42 and he is 52, then pretty much they would be on the same level of maturity because of the life experiences that they had. But by 22, if she is still living with her parents, or her parents most likely still financially support her, so it will be very difficult for her to understand why, for example, they can't just go traveling and they buy a house and then do this and that, because she didn't build that experience of earning money, saving money, planning the budget. So in the case of Andrew with everything that he has described, like his lifestyle, his long-term goals, I wouldn't go below 25. Well, of course, there can be an exceptional 24 years old who is super mature for her age, and she already wants similar things, and she's from the very traditional family. But to aim at this exceptional 24 years old, to look for her in order to what? To just date the youngest possible, like to date her just because she's 24 and has all the qualities, well, he can invest lots of time into searching for such a girl and still end up empty-handed. In his case, I would look at ladies who are from 24 years and up till 33. Andrew is 32, because this is the age group that pretty much can have all the qualities he is looking for, all the qualities he shouldn't be compromising on. I can understand his desire to date someone who doesn't have kids yet, because, well, this age group 24 up to 33, there will be many women who haven't been married, who do not have children, so it makes sense he doesn't have kids. If he had a child, it would be a totally different scenario. Actually, I wouldn't cross out of potential list of potential candidates ladies who have been married, because, you know, it's life, and sometimes when you're 22 or 23, you think that your magical love will last forever, only to get a divorce 8 months later, when reality hits that money do not grow on trees. So if she had this mistake startup marriage when she was in her early 20s and she matches all the other criteria, well, I think such a girl can still be a good match. I hope I haven't bored you to death, and I hope you still follow my point. The point is that you can't really compromise, and you shouldn't compromise on your long-term goals, on your lifestyle, if you enjoy it, and if you think that, okay, I will change everything for the right girl, I will start going out on parties, I will do this and that. What for? If you are content with your life, if this is what you want, this is your life, you should look for a lady who wants similar things and who is actually excited by the fact that you are not a party animal, and you are good with money, you are not wasting it on designer clothes, and you would better invest it into buying a good house with a good garden, someone who can appreciate all this. It makes little sense to look for someone who matches some weird criteria like height, eye color, or, for example, exact age, that she has to be precisely 24, precisely 25, and you won't bulge a year or two because, in your opinion, the younger the better. No. You should be aiming for someone who gets excited when you share your dreams with her, when you're talking about this house, when you're talking about the time frames when you want to have it. Because if she wants to have children somewhere like in 10 years or in 15 years, because right now she's only 25 and she thinks that, okay, after 30 I can start thinking about it, and, for example, you are 32 or 30 and you feel ready to start a family, and you want to have the children in 2 years, like gambling that she will change her mind, pretty much I predict that both of you will end up disappointed and brokenhearted. She will feel that you try to change her and to push her to do things she doesn't want to do, doesn't feel ready to, and you will feel deceived that she doesn't want to compromise. So choose someone, look for someone who wants similar things. Don't hope that she will magically change her mind or you will be able to compromise on just such crucial things. So age, looks, this is something you can be flexible about. You should be flexible about. It doesn't matter much if she has blue eyes or gray eyes or brown eyes, or, for example, her hair is red or not blonde. If she matches all the other criteria, of course, physical attraction should be there. But sometimes guys, they just stubbornly set this picture in their head that I'm only attracted to blondes or I'm only attracted to brunettes. No, you are not. Get over yourself. I can understand that we all want to date someone healthy, so if the person is, for example, overweight in a healthy way, of course, we all want to live our happily ever after, long happily ever after, with a person who takes great care of your health. So I'm not trying to encourage you to date someone who doesn't take care of your health and your looks. No, of course not. But if you believe that her hair is a bit shorter than what you like, or that she's dressed not in the way you would prefer it, well, that's a very infantile attitude. Think long term. Guys, I hope it was helpful, and I hope this video will inspire you to make smart choices when it comes to dating. I'm wishing you lots of love. Svetlana Muha, especially for Diolli.com, from very cold but very beautiful Munich, Germany.